Hello everyone, my name's Rob Cantley here at Borneo Exotics, and today we're going to do a spotlight on Nepenthes petiolata, which is available under BE-3913 as a random assortment of clones. Now here we have two large plants in our stock nursery growing side by side, so we'll compare them and take a look at them. This one here has quite an unusually flared peristome for Nepenthes petiolata, and it remains flared on this particular clone, as you can see. Here's a younger picture, just colouring up nicely. And next to it, this plant here, the peristome is not quite so flared. Otherwise, very similar. It's quite a fixed plant in its general form, morphology, as they say. So not a lot of variation between them. It's a species I've seen myself in the wild several times in the 1990s in Mindanao in the Philippines. It's technically a Highlander. We sell it as a Highlander, but in fact, it's not an extreme Highlander, so it will grow in a wide variety of temperatures, we feel. Quite an easy grower, not a particularly fast grower. In this nursery, we have actually grown the plants to have long climbing stems like this one here, so that we can have flowers as we are intending to flower these plants. But if you want them to be more attractive, as I often say, you need to prune the plants and you'll get a whole lot more pictures than the ones you're seeing here from several different growth points once the plant has been pruned. Now, not often seen in habitat, if ever, and rarely in cultivation are the upper pictures. Now we have a vine going up here, and we have, I think it's an older one. There's an older one. Look at this. This is an old vine that disappears over the other side of the nursery. And I think I can spy some upper pitchers over there. I'm going to go over and take a look. So having traced this very long vine from one path in the nursery to another, I've located an upper pitcher. Let me see if I can get that in the frame. I hope you can see that. Clearly an upper pitcher, you can tell by the tendril, and it still has some coloration. So that's our very first ever look at the Nepenthes petiolata upper pitchers. Probably the first one that I've had a close look at myself at all. And I don't recall seeing this in the wild, even though we have seen this plant, or I have seen it a number of times in Mindanao. I don't think I've seen the uppers. They're probably there, but we just generally don't pull plants out of the canopies to actually examine upper pitchers. We leave them intact, of course. And there's another one. So that's the upper pitcher. And moving back now to the basal part of the plant. We're looking now at the basal part of the plant from a slightly different angle. Now it's grown in a mixture of coconut chips and coconut fiber dust, as all our plants are. And this moss topping is additional extra. This is actually available right now from any of our distributors under BE-3913. You can always find the availability of plants that we stock generally on our wholesale shop, although you can't buy directly from us. If you see something on the shop, it means our distributors have it, or they should or could have it. And there's a list of our distributors also on the website, so you can quite easily find this particular plant if you want it. There we go. That's our very first ever spotlight, I believe, on this species, Nepenthes petiolata, BE-3913.